Hey everybody, I'm here going through my online dating messages. I am just starting to just kind of look, and just for the fun of it. And so I'm going to share with you what I'm discovering. I'm not going to mention the dating site, although, there might be some clues that come out that kind of tell some of you, it might reveal to some of you what dating site, but I'm not going to say anyone's name, but I will share with you the messages. These are all messages that people have sent me, men have sent me, and I'm going to read the message to you. Gonna read their profile, share their profile, and give you my comments whether this is someone that I would give a star to as a potential person I might be willing to have a conversation with, or whether I just completely pass, and why. Okay, so let's start. All right, so this is a gentleman that sent me a message, and he's 60 years old, and let me just say that I'm getting a wide variety of messages from guys who are as young as 30 and 35. It's a little young for me, and then up to like about the 60-year range. And it's not necessarily the range that I selected. These are just men who are reaching out to me and sending me personal messages. Okay, so this message is from a gentleman who says he's 60 years old, and the message is, if love were an exquisite dish, you would be the ingredient that gives it that special touch. You would be the ingredient that gives it that special touch. Are you ready to savor it? That's pretty cool. If love were an exquisite dish, you would be the ingredient that gives it that special touch. Are you ready to savor it? Now that's creative. That's really cute. Okay, let's hear what his profile says. I consider myself a very blessed person, hardworking, very simple and humble. I'm a man looking for a nice friendship or a relationship. I like that. I'm willing to give my best for a relationship where love and honesty are the pillar of each day. That is why I will take advantage of this time here to find the ideal woman with whom to share the rest of my life. I entered here to look for that ideal girl that I desire so much. And tell me, what was your reason for entering here on this site? Oh, okay, all right. So I like that he says that he's open to a nice friendship, because some of the messages and some of the profiles that I read, the guys are usually saying they're looking for this ideal partner, this lifetime partner, all these requirements that may or may not be what's in store for us for our next level relationship. It might just be, sometimes the relationships that we enter into are the stepping stones, and we really, just to give some context here, I think for me, I understand that whatever relationship that I choose to be in with someone who's choosing to be in a relationship with me, is that I'm in this relationship to learn whatever I came into this relationship to learn. And I don't have expectations that it be something that is not meant to be. It might be we have a soulmate relationship because we have a very deep connection, but that does not make it a till death do us part kind of relationship. No one knows, what the course of life will bring. None of us know, but we should be in it for the learning. We should be in it to, to learn the deep life lessons that only a relationship can teach us. So that's why I'm on this site is to step into the relationship school of life, the university that is unlike any university, and to learn whatever it is that I need to learn, in this next level relationship. Now, could it be my soulmate for the rest of my life? Could be, might not be, but I'm open to whatever the universe, feels is necessary for me at this time. So thank you for asking. Okay, and good luck. I'm going to go on to the next one. Okay, so this gentleman sent me a message, and he says, "You don't know how much I am interested in getting something true and real. I would love to hear from you because you were the one who caught my attention the most. I just want to ask you some interesting questions. Do you dare?" Let's check out his profile. And he says, "The most interesting thing that you can receive from me is absolute attention. I am a very attentive man who realizes everything." Wow, realize everything. That's a bold statement. "I will always pay close attention to everything you tell me. I am quite funny and very affectionate. Since I'm alone with my son, everything is different. I am a good man who's very dedicated to things and responsible, and everything I tell you, I can show you in the way you want, but I have many surprises which you will like." Well, that may or may not be true, but good luck. So this next one, this person has no message at all, some kind of a video, but since I didn't pay for the upgrade, so I can't really see the video. So I'm going to pass on this gentleman. Okay, the next one, this person sent me a message saying, "How many relationships have you had up to this point?" Whoa, that's a question that I actually refuse to answer because it's nobody's business but my own. Probably too many for him, though. In reality, it's hard to describe yourself. It's much easier when there is interaction. But here I go. I'm very responsible, reliable, caring, dedicated, good sense of humor, and very loyal. If we both are what we are looking for, you won't find a more devoted man. I invite you to find out." So here's how I feel about devotion. The first person, and this is how I feel about love and devotion. First of all, the first love, the most primary fundamental love, is the love of self. Some people say it's the love of God, but there's no separation between me and God. So this is my philosophy. I don't believe that it's possible to love God and hate yourself. I don't think it's possible to love God and not really know how to love another human being. It is not possible to have love for God and not have love for others. It's not possible because love is love. And so if for people who have a lack of self-worth, maybe have been through bumpy relationships where they have trust issues and, maybe have trauma in their lives from the past and don't feel very confident about themselves, or maybe, have had difficult relationships with other mates in their lives, and are afraid to open their hearts and love, and then people talk about how they have this deep love of God. Love is love. And so the challenge is to bridge one's love of God with love, period. Love of self, love of all humanity, and love of all life, because there's nothing that is separate from God. So if we really are loving, if we're God loving, then we really have done the work to the point where we have cultivated a state of unconditional love. And most of us have not achieved that. We're working on that. So so when people want to make their religious claims, about God loving, God fearing, and things like that, it kind of is a red flag to me, because I feel that most of the time people have not done the level of work on their inner self and have not cultivated a really strong self-awakening of their I am presence, where they understand that there's no separation. There's only love. That's it. There's nothing else. And we're on earth to discover what that really means through our journey into awakening, into spiritual growth. So, good luck. Okay, this next one. Somebody with another video, so I'm going to pass on that. Here's another one. This gentleman sent me a message. Maybe counting our taste, we can form a great bond of friendship. Maybe counting our taste, we can form a great bond of friendship. Counting our taste. Okay, I'm not sure what he means by that. But his profile, I believe that love can become a feeling that very few can feel, and it's a pity, because being in love is one of the best feelings and experiences that a person can have. I'm here for a reason, and that reason could be you. You could become everything I've been looking for, and maybe we can become a couple that works together to be happy. That's nice. Everything I'm looking for. Yeah, that's kind of loaded with a lot of things. Everything, we're all looking for a lot of things. And what I think is that we have to first find those things in ourselves. That's the paradox. The paradox is the very thing that I'm looking for in a man. I have to really discover it in myself, really, because our relationships are always the mirror effect of who we are and what we're looking for. Like when we, enter a relationship and we get all this neediness, then we're going to attract, the reflection of that in that other person. We've all been through it. We know that to be true. So the self-work is so important. You gotta cultivate it in yourself. Good luck. Okay, this person has no message. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this message is, how are you? It's a pleasure to greet you. He says his name. And he writes a little bit more. Let's see what he said. Let's see, I'm trying to get to, oh wow, he's a writer. Not too many people are, but he's a writer. Okay, hi, how are you? It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm an authentic, passionate, romantic man with a good sense of humor. I consider myself an adventurous person who likes extreme sports. I love traveling and learning about other cultures, experiencing new things. That way, I live happily and passionately, because what would our lives be like if happiness didn't exist? Wow. Guess we wouldn't be very happy, huh? I think nowadays the definition of love has been lost. but I really like to do things the old-fashioned way. Write letters. Wow. Give flowers. Kind of liking this guy. And show interest. I'm a man who has not done very well in love. But I still have faith that this person will soon come into my life. I am not the typical man who loves a woman for her physique. I prefer to discover what her heart hides and fall in love with her. Fall in love with her feelings. At the end of the day, the physique is lost and the feelings remain intact. Are you the woman I'm looking for? Kisses. Hey, you know, I really appreciate a man who likes to write. That's really a big one for me, you know. I mean, when's the last time a guy sent you a love letter in the mail? You know, in an envelope, took the time to write it out, put it in the envelope, maybe put a little flower in there, and, you know, address it to you with a heart on it and mail it to you. I mean, when's the last time someone actually sent you a love letter? So his profile says, life is beautiful and I always like to enjoy it to the fullest. Traveling, my motorcycle, and going to the beach when I have free time is something that is very important to me, since it makes me feel at peace with myself. I'm a man who appreciates the intelligence and the good heart of people, because that is what defines who you really are. Wow, that's really sweet. You know what? I'm giving this guy a star. Let's see. How do I get to him? Oh, here we go. Okay, he gets a star. All right, and let's do a couple more. All right, here's one. Okay, this gentleman, I forgot to say the ages. This is a 41-year-old, rather good-looking gentleman, and he sends me a message. They say a person can be described with the help of color. It seems to me that you are very similar to a passionate red rose. Wow. They say a person can be described with the help of color. It seems to me that you are very similar to a passionate red rose. All right, well, poetic. Okay, so his profile, he says, I'm delighted to welcome you to my dating profile. Although I'm not the most skilled at describing myself, I sought help from a few friends who know me best to describe, or who know me best to give you an accurate glimpse of who I am. According to them, I'm an ambitious go-getter who never shies away from pursuing his dreams. They also describe me as a kind, reliable individual, the type of person you can lean on during tough times. But don't just take their word for it. Let's get to know each other better and see for ourselves. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, that's nice. You know, it's definitely an interesting point of view when you ask your friends and people that know you how they would describe you and what they would say about you. You know, it's always fascinating to do that exercise, because you know you can always say whatever you have to say about yourself and think whatever you have to think about yourself, but knowing how other people see you is something that sometimes might be quite surprising. Okay, I appreciate that. The next person sent me a message. I have never thought about all the misfortunes of life, but about the beauty that still remains to be lived. Will you allow me to be part of the beauty that life has in store for you. Wow. Okay. You want to be part of the beauty in my life. All right, his profile says, for me, it's an honor to be able to present myself to you as a woman, affectionate man, passionate about my work and my lifestyle. I love to travel. I look forward to a profile. You will see where I have gone. And so can you tell me which trip you like the most? Something's wrong with this sentence. Maybe we can give ourselves the opportunity to travel the world together. Well, let me just say I love travel. Those of you know who've been in my WhatsApp travel group know that I am definitely into travel, and I love hanging out with people who love to travel. I'm looking at places to go this year, and I love to connect with people who are potential travel partners, who like to go to Egypt, Portugal, some of the places that are on my list for this year. So that's always nice to know. So I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. Okay, and I'm going to take two more. And actually, I think we're at the top of the hour. So catch up with me on my next dating site update, which I will be posting, I think, a couple times during the week. Thank you for joining me, everyone. And just remember that it's up to you to manifest whatever it is that you want in a dating relationship. If you go into a relationship with a lot of baggage, you're going to enter a relationship with a lot of baggage. If you have a lot of baggage, work on your baggage. Start clearing that stuff out. Get together with a life coach, like someone like myself, or a therapist or a spiritual life coach, which I am a spiritual life coach, and work through all of the stuff that you didn't clear from your last relationships. If you have complaints about things, if you have complaints, if you're complaining about the people in your life, the past relationships, then you've got some baggage. You've got some stuff going on. The bottom line is, when you know that you have worked through your stuff and you have healed everything, you are in a place of total forgiveness where you can see why that relationship was necessary, and you can look at the experiences that you had in that relationship, no matter how crazy those experiences, and you can forgive it all. You can forgive it because you've learned from it and you understand what you were supposed to learn from that relationship. Then you can move on to your next level relationship. So this is my relationship tip for the day, and thank you for thank you for hanging out with me. And I am going to continue on my relationship journey, looking for my ideal life partner, and that person is going to be whatever that person needs to be to bring balance in my life at this stage of the game. So hang out with me on my next adventure. Okay, peace.